100,000 tech workers laid off and they just bought houses. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, we got a good one to talk about today. Is 100 so far as we speak at the time of this video. We're approaching 100,000 tech workers that have been sent home, laid off from their white-collar income earning jobs. Insanity, right? You know where I'm about to go with this thing, right? Who buys houses? We've talked about this before. White-collar wage earners buy homes. Blue-collar wage earners rent homes. That's typically the majority of people who buy and rent homes. Who's getting hit in this recession that we're already approaching and entering? White-collar wage earners are getting nailed in this one, and they just bought homes. And here's the scary part. We're just scratching the surface, right? But for the sake of this video, we're going to concentrate on these 100,000 tech workers that have been sent home. And layoffs are just getting started. And in the holidays, which is typically a more stimulated economy, we have the perfect storm right now. If we cannot make a holiday season thrive in a stimulated economy with all that money injections, we are in a free fall right now. Can you imagine, as this thing plays out, what the blowback is going to be? Can you imagine the fallout in the job market? So the challenge with this one versus maybe other bubbles, sometimes the service sector gets hit first, and then the white collar sector gets hit last. Flip-flop. No surprise. So many flip-flops in this whole mess that we've created. Not for the crisis. We're not talking today. Tail end of a crisis, front end of a recession. That's where we're at. The front end. And this is the shocking part for me. Let me know in the comments below. If you're new, please subscribe. Subscribe right away. It's never been a more important time in history to get centered and surrounded with like-minded people, friends. The realities are this. We are just getting started. So I want to know, what do you guys think if we're just getting started right now with layoffs in the white-collar industry? What happens in a year from today? What happens next Christmas? Can we dig ourselves out of this in time to have a good Christmas next Christmas? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the numbers aren't going to be pretty this Christmas. Sure, cheerleaders maybe can grab onto a couple data points to cheerlead this market, but it's getting so hard. I've been watching a lot of debates with economists on both sides of the aisle on this one. Not as bad as 2008, worse than 2008. And it's getting harder and harder for the people to cheerlead this won't be as bad as 2008. For me, personally, after finding myself living through the same thing you lived through, this crisis, and being in a position to sell homes in a euphoric market, and understanding living through the last bubble that this was a bubble very early on and coming, and raising awareness and ringing the bell and sounding the alarm and appearing on many channels and TV shows, letting people know, and that was not the narrative going on out there. But people knew it. People knew it. You knew that this something didn't pass the smell test here, that there was going to be blowback, the dust will settle, and we would, in fact, pay the piper. And it is happening now for 100,000 tech workers who have been sent home. And guess what? We are just a couple months into this thing, and it's just insane, because this is typically the season where you're hiring, not firing. So we've got a really big trend unfolding now. Here's the challenging part. Having walked in those shoes in the last bubble and recession, the financial crisis of 2008, I was a white-collar wage earner, and I'd bought a house in the height of that. And I didn't check the house's rent range. I just had a pre-approval letter, went shopping in my price range, jumped into a house. Then when the recession kicked in and my white-collar income and my savings started to get depleted, I saw the writing on the wall, and I'm like, I got to get out of this depreciating asset. I'm not going to write it. I just saw what was going on. People were getting foreclosed on. There were people just getting decimated. I'm like, I got to get in front of this thing. I put the thing on the market. I collected offers, went to the bank. Here's what your house is worth. Do you want to take it as a short sale? Otherwise, I'm leaving the keys under the mat, and this thing's a falling knife. You're in big trouble. I pretty much stuck it to the banks, but they were sticking it to people. I didn't want to do it. They forced my hand. They forced my hand. They were burning a lot of people back then, and I just saw the writing on the wall. So the realities are this, friends, what we're going to see moving forward. If we're forward thinkers, critical thinkers, are we forward thinkers, critical thinkers here? Are we level-headed realists, temperature checking and heat mapping everything we can to make educated decisions and protecting ourselves and hopefully being in a good position coming out of this to smell like a rose and maybe capitalize and be the ones that said, we bought the last crash. We bought in the bottom, not we bought in the top. And here's the challenge, friends. This is where I was taking this thing. If we're just getting started now and the white-collar wage earner industry and tech jobs are already evaporating at the tune of 100,000 jobs within just a few months, and 12 months from now, we could probably be in the millions. And that's what that's the precursor of a housing downturn, of a foreclosure crisis, because I was able to get in front of my last bubble purchase and able to operate it within it much more efficiently had I just dug in and just wait for a foreclosure. Many people are not. Many people don't know how to navigate through that. Many people are going to be a deer in the headlights, paralyzed with fear. And as this comes down to the psychology of people and the psychology of sales, where you can throw the playbook out the window and the data will not save you in this one. What's going to happen is people are going to start to panic. People are going to start to panic and not be able to operate efficiently within this next downturn. They're going to be completely paralyzed by fear. We're going to see in this one is because people in the height of this bubble versus the last bubble put more pressure than we've ever seen in a bubble to buy. We saw people go above and beyond appraised values, buying properties sight unseen, waiving inspections, not knowing the health of the house. And we've reported on this here, even brand new construction, maybe even primarily brand new construction, falling apart as these homes were slapped together cheaply, inefficiently in a race against the clock. And now those homes are in massive trouble. Not only did these people, these 100,000 people that are losing their jobs just buy homes, they bought homes that are no longer worth what they paid, and the homes in many cases are falling apart and they're supposed to be brand new. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life, understanding the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever market manipulated and produced in world history has in fact reverse course. This is going to be a white-collar downturn. It's starting right now. It's unfolding right in front of our eyes. Buckle up and strap in. Be prepared. Mental preparation, financial preparation. Save your cash for the crash. Save it for a rainy day. Save it for whatever you need to save it for. If you can at least navigate through this much more efficiently, having had to expect this, you're going to be much better off than the people that didn't see this coming and blindsided by it. I don't want to see that happen to any of you. I want you to be able to capitalize in this one if you were prepared. I'm going to help people navigate through this no matter where you're at on this thing. I just want to see people get through this and not get hurt. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. If you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.